Oh, hey. All right.
Yeah, that's good loot. Gonna leave that there, and I'm basically just gonna lead you into everything. You run it how you want.
Yep.
And because I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah. All we're just you can just ask questions like you can say something along the lines of, so how does it look with the NHL? And I'm just going to say, listen, we've got they know about our products. We're going to be submitting them. We're submitting them to get approval, and then we're looking to have them in the NHL. I mean, it's just that simple.
Fair enough.
We have guys that have used them that are in the NHL. Obviously, they can't use them in games because we're not licensed yet. But so I got to keep that part very vague, even though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I can't say PK's name, I can't say anybody's name, but I can say there's some high-profile guys.
PK took to it, okay?
Well, he just gave us 2 of his sticks 3 weeks ago, so we're building his sticks.
Okay.
For him. But Ricky Middleton's using them. Oh, yeah. Kenny Linsman's using them. A lot of NHL alumni guys are using them. Okay. So that's cool.
Well, and you were saying you have a lot of contact with guys in the city, like you play with Thomas, you were saying?
Oh, yeah, I play with Thomas. I play with Perry Miller. My sticks all been out there. They've all seen it. They all love the concept. At the end of the day, it's technology, right? It's the technology and the advancement of technology in the game. Once people can get over the eye appeal of the holes, once they get by that, they have to understand it's a performance stick.
I might touch on that because that's the one thing in sport, especially with hockey, where technology has brought us to different kick points and the weight and some of the other things, whereas now you've kind of maximized where you can go with that.
That's right.
This is the next step, and people are, how they are to change, right?
Oh yeah. I know how they are to change, absolutely. That's awesome. I just love that. I just love looking at that.
It's sharp. The website's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
And I mean, with guys like, obviously, I'm a Devils fan, so obviously I hedge towards Subi, but that's pretty cool. You need personalities for doing it, right?
Yep. Are you controlling the music?
No. Patsy Cline, if he was.
I wonder if they can turn it off while we're doing it.
They won't run it during flooding.
They won't run it during flooding? That's probably why they're turning it off right now.
City rule, you can't do music during flooding.
Oh, all right then.
1 second, boys.
So I can just roll right into it, Glenn?
2 minutes and we can take it down on you and we're good to go.
Okay, good, we got some time.
So you can go Michael Hunt, Global Brand Manager.
Okay.
Toby, you can touch on, if you want,
I might say, why don't you give us a little bit of a background, and you can do that and explain it yourself.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay.
We're live all around. Just this camera's not live, guys.
Okay.
Okay, get you to back up behind your chairs. Hold it.
Where do you want me back?
And you get over there by him, that'd be perfect. Right in there, you go.
We would probably want the stick, eh?
And then do whatever you want. Pre-game show. In the mic. Make sure you give me enough time. We're gonna have good 15 minutes here.
Yeah.
So we'll give me enough time for our video and our video.
So I'm guessing here we'll probably run for what, a good 4 or 5 minutes then?
You guys go 10. You got 10 to do it.
Okay, I'll try to stretch it out.
Yeah, whatever.
Give me a little time. He can talk.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
He can talk a lot.
Easy.
Okay, buddy.
Go anytime or what? Huh? Anytime?
It's on him first, right?
Yeah. I'm good to go.
Talk to you, man.
Yep.
Cool.
Lights are on or off?
On now.
Okay.
Hi, and welcome everybody to the Huron Arena here at the Morden Access Event Center. We're here for some high school hockey action. The hometown Morden Thunder are facing the visiting Morris Mavericks tonight in the matchup. I got a special guest with me tonight, Michael Hunt, the global brand manager for Tovey Hockey. Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're presenting here today?
We are here, actually really happy to be out here in Morden tonight. could do without the 35 below weather, that's for sure. But made the trek out here tonight. Brought a few of the sticks down here to show the technology of our Toby Hockey brand of sticks. So we have a couple. We brought a few today. We brought the Mirage. We also have our Sabotage, which is also down on the bench there. Some of the boys were using in warm-up, and we can just present them to them and show them the technologies.
Well, it's kind of cool watching you come into the building and you get a little bit of reaction from people. Obviously, having a new piece of technology coming in, you get a little bit of word of mouth going, and then you get to introduce the coaches to it and get the players to use it. What's been your reaction when you have something like this? It's typically off the beaten path as far as hockey technology goes.
Well, the first thing, as you can well imagine, is the first thing that we always get is the people look at the blade and they're just like, there's holes in it. And it's very hard for the establishment. I mean, we're old school. We played the game a long time, and everything's kind of been the same for hockey sticks. And so when you see something new like this, it doesn't necessarily scare people, but it takes them aback a little bit, and they're like, holes in the blade, what is that all about? And it's like a little standoffish at first. But once you explain to them that it's a technology-based product and that the holes are there for aerodynamic purposes to help the player with a quicker release and a better shot and better control of the puck when they're playing in the games, then it all of a sudden becomes a little less about what it looks like and more about what it does for the players. So that's been, I think, the first thing is the visual part of it, the eye appeal of it, and then if you can get past that, then and if you're open-minded to hear about it, then you're going to find out that it is indeed the best stick in the market, and there's nothing that's even close.
Right. Well, and like you said, you were talking earlier, you've played quite a bit of hockey. You know a lot of guys within the hockey community, and throughout the game, we've reached certain points where the technology has changed. Would you say this is going to be a major contributor to hockey equipment moving forward?
Well, it has to be. It's like anything else. Everything progresses from wood to aluminum to carbon fiber, and then ultimately to what we're doing, which is still a carbon fiber, but it's 100% carbon fiber blade. The difference between what we do and what everybody else does is that the standard hockey blade is a carbon fiber outer blade, and on the inside is foam. Okay? What a lot of people don't know is NHL sticks are only rated for 25, 30 shots, and then the stick is going to lose its pop. So we're all familiar with buying a hockey stick right from the rack or getting it from a sponsor. You go out, and for the first 2 weeks, it reacts. You got a great shot. There's pop. There's kick. The puck's doing everything you want. The feel is amazing. And then about 2-3 weeks in, all of a sudden you don't have that pop anymore, and you wonder why. And it's because the foam on the inside of the carbon fiber is breaking down. It's softening. It's losing the chemical balance in there, and it's breaking down so much. The impact, and again, it's a foam, so that's where you lose your kick. Our blade is 100% carbon fiber through the entire blade, right? So this allows us to, and it's also because of the perforations. What we call everyone calls the hole. We call the diamond blade. The reason that's in there is to give you aerodynamics, because we can cross-weave the fibers in there to make this as strong as one of the strongest blades on the market. So we put the holes in there, and that gives you a 13% aerodynamic. So a quicker release coming through when you're like a pendulum swinging the stick through on your shot, you're not getting the air resistance. You don't put tape on this blade, right? We have our diamond coat that goes on top of this, and we've talked about it. It's so grippy that it holds the puck on there like crazy, and it releases. And also when you get the puck on there, it just dampens it, and it just cradles and holds the puck phenomenal, and the release on it's ridiculous.
So not only with durability, there's efficiency. We're talking about not having to replace your tape. There's a whole bunch of contributing factors that go into this being a revolutionary product. Wouldn't it be cool if it had the same type of impact as, remember the old Silver Easton when Gretzky introduced
the Gretzky Easton, as a matter of fact, yeah, I do remember that. So, I mean, here's the thing. At some point, technology's got to catch up to the game. The kids are bigger, stronger, faster, right? The sticks are really the last piece of equipment that has, moved into the next phase of development. And it doesn't mean that everybody's stick that they use is not a good stick. Don't get me wrong. Everybody, the Bowers and the Reeboks and the CCMs and the Eastons of the world have been around forever. And they've obviously got great products. But at some point, technology has to come in, and we've got a patent-protected product that comes in and is actually helping players become better players. It's helping the game. It helps them control the puck. It helps them with a quicker release. Their shot. They never lose the pop on the stick. I mean, if you can imagine that, it reacts the same way as it does the day you buy it to the day you decide to not use it anymore, which could be a year. It's got the same feeling to it. So in that respect, we feel that it's just a fantastic product, and we know from the people that have used the stick and the people that have tested the stick and the products that are products that are out there in every market around the world, The feedback's been the same. We've never heard it's okay, but. We've never heard, I really like it, but. The reaction's been, whoa. I go out and I play, and I always have guys, play the beer league, play for Team Canada, the roller hockey. It's like, what is that? A little bit of apprehension at first, but then when they see what you do with it, and then I'm just like, here, give it a try. And once they try it, it's like, oh, sorry. Well, you're right. That's a pretty good stick.
And you guys, as I've seen on your website and your pamphlet, you offer an intermediate stick as well, so you can get players kind of on the upswing all the way through. So.
Yeah, well, and then we're introducing our youth sticks coming out in about 45 days, about 60 days will be hitting the market. And one of the unique things about our youth products is that we are putting adult blades on our youth sticks, meaning our kids can use their same curve pattern from the day they start till the day, once they progress from a peewee to a bantam to a midget and then all the way up. They're going to be able to utilize and use the same curve pattern, which is really good for us. And it's going to be, just they can continue with the same brand, the same stick, and the same curve pattern all the way up. Obviously, just different kick points, different flexes. Hopefully, they just keep their same curve pattern, though.
And generate a lifelong customer.
That's exactly right.
And you had touched upon earlier, how long have they been working between R&D development and bringing this to market?
It's been about 4 years. I mean, we had some stuff at the beginning, and as like with any company and with anything that you're trying to do to change and to work with different trials and errors. It's been about 4 or 5 years, and now we really feel that we've come out with just an amazing product, and looking forward to everybody in the obviously the province of Manitoba, but also around Canada and the United States, world to get on with it and use the product.
Well, it's exciting stuff. We're really glad to have you here tonight. I'm sure we'll talk more about it as the game goes on. We got a few players from Morris that are checking to stick out.
Yep.
We'll talk about it some more, and the players are about to hit the ice here momentarily. So we'll see you folks in a couple seconds. We'll be here live with high school hockey in just a few minutes.
Thank you, bud. Cheers.
Hey folks, they're just getting ready. Looks like the players are suited up, ready to go. We might have a break here for the national anthems momentarily, but good night for hockey. If it's minus 350 outside, where would you rather be than in a rink watching a hockey game? The Morris Mavericks have been rolling along lately, and they're ready to go. They'll pose a tough test against Morden today. Morden's been middle of the pack all year, but we'll see what they bring to the ice tonight.
At home when you're watching, you think something's fucked up, and then we start getting texts. Always leave them on. Hockey TV, you do whatever the fuck you want. Fart in it, you can do whatever you want.
Well, here we are, folks. Let's see what we can get going on here tonight. The last game I came here for, Morden started out strong, faltered a little bit in the middle, but boy, those Mountain Mustangs were a tough test that evening, and I'm sure Morris won't make it any easier on the home squad tonight. They've got a lot of power up front. Defense is solid, and they're good between the pipes, but no slouches of their own. The Morden squad brings a lot of talent up front. They got their senior player, Brody Clyde, up to take the draw. Looks like he'll be facing off. I believe it'll be against one of the Fillions up there up front. And we're underway. Eaton Worley takes the puck back, flicks it on his own net. Starts looking for an outlet. Sager couldn't find it as he takes a body in the corner. Now looks to send it up to the hash marks, up to the point. Quick shot, loose in the slot, and that goes wide. Matty Morasti in the net for the Thunder tonight as Brody Clyde pokes it up ice, heads in after it on the forecheck. Tangling there with Solness. The puck is loose. There's a bit of a battle going on behind the net. A little bit of bumping and crashing there now as the puck comes loose and is fired around the near side corner. Up to the point, not out. Now Morris looks to bring it out. Gets to the half ice area. They go for a change. Sager will go after it after Morasti stops it. Quick outlet to go down the ice. Icing is waved off. Mavericks pick it up, try to get it out cleanly, and now it's banked off the wall and forced up down the right side. Here's Hines circling back. He's a smooth skater. Starts heading up the right side. Hines has some speed, looking to split the defense, and Morden just steps offside by a fraction of a foot. Brad Street, the head referee tonight, joined with Ezekiel Fair. And looks like a good crew tonight. Brad Street usually calls a pretty tight game, so this should be a pretty even battle here tonight. Now Morris wins the face-off and forces it up ice. Turned back aside by Hines. Now the battle ensues in front of the Morris bench and forced back deep into Morden territory. Dick looked to clear it and gets it just out. Morris will have to regroup, but they take the chance to flip it back in, end over end. Now Dick will collect it behind his net. Watched there by two white jerseys, and now it's forced up ice. Morris happy to send it back in, keeping the pressure off on their end. Nice easy blocker save there by Morasti. Loose puck behind the Morden net now. Hines still out there. He's out there for a little while, getting to the tail end of his shift, I'm sure, as the puck makes its way to the point. Knocked down there and a centering opportunity. Bouncing puck in front, and Morasti hops on for the draw. The humor started here in Morden already. Advertising the 50-50 should be millions of dollars. So, pluck it down low in the offensive zone here from Morris. Quick shot on that's turned aside by Morasti. Comes loose to the point and flipped back in. Now behind the net. Picked up by French. He wheeled it to the point, and that shot goes off a stick into the corner. Handled there by French, now turned loose by the Thunder. Puck in the far side corner. Tied up in the skates. Now it's brought out. Here's the top of the circle try. That goes off a stick and high. So, as far as, like, does the stick gain any added power? Like, is there a comparison, like, is there a metric as far as comparison goes from stick to stick?
The only metric that we're using right now is the fact that we've got the holes. Like, we'll call it holes for the benefit of the audience. We'll call it holes, but the 13% quicker release, you're getting a quicker release through the thing, which ultimately means the stick's going through quicker, and then you're getting a quicker shot, meaning you're going to get a quicker reaction to it, right?
So as soon as a player sees the benefit, then it's just going to be old hat, right?
As soon as a player puts the stick in their hand, they're going to notice the benefits immediately, and it's going to be almost impossible for them to put it down. I was the biggest skeptic at first. I readily told this to everybody. I said, listen, I'm old school. I put the stick in my hand. I took 3 shots. I immediately called the guys and said, this is the best hockey stick I've ever used before I even put it through its ringers and its testing. It's just phenomenal. It just everything you've ever wanted to do with a stick, this stick does.
Well, and it's cool. And if you believe it, it's easier to sell, right? As any sales guy will tell you.
Exactly right.
So face-off one back by the Mavericks there, and it looks like the puck was flipped out of the play for a brief moment. Might have hit the netting, so we'll reset. And it's cool if you can see a guy's enthusiasm for it. It starts from you down, and it's just really cool to see, especially with the product. It's kind of it's got to be a bit of a monumental task in a lot of cases to shift the consensus around the hockey world.
Well, it's just a matter of really talking to the kids and getting it out there, and you just basically getting it into their hands, because it's like anything else. If you put something in your hands and you try it, I can tell you until you're blue in the face that it's the best hockey stick in the world. But until you put it in your hand and try it, then ultimately each player will individually decide whether or not it's going to work for them. I can't tell you if every player is going to love any stick, but all we can do is make the best product, put it in their hands, and then see what the reaction is.
And then the proof's in the pudding.
And the proof's in the pudding, exactly right.
Now here's Dell picking the puck up in the center ice area, falls to one knee and forces it in. Morris will try to exit here, but Dell picks it back up, has it knocked off his stick, and the puck just comes onside, and away goes Morris. So face off back in the neutral zone, just down and to our left in front of the players' bench. Dell will take it from Morden. Tegan Fillion in there to take the draw, and he wins it back. Hines chases it into the corner, tries to flip it out. That goes off a shin pad and back down low. Dell down there along with a couple of his compatriots there as the puck is flipped over the glass, and we'll break for face off here again. So you played quite a bit of hockey yourself.
Yeah.
So on average now, doing this for Tovey,
yep.
How many days are you spending in the rink a week?
Tell you what, it's a beautiful thing because I work for Tovey. I skate every day, Monday through Friday at noon, 1 o'clock. I'm very fortunate to play a lot of old-timer guys. I get to play with Thomas Steen every Tuesday, Thursday when he can make it out. Perry Miller, I played with him yesterday.
That's cool.
And then a lot of the old junior and ex-pros, around the city that most of them were business owners or retired, and we get to go out at noon, 1 o'clock, in various rinks around the city, and I'm lucky to be invited every once in a while to go out to those facilities.
It's always the cool part about being a rep, right?
There are some perks to it.
If only I could figure out a golf club sponsor if anyone's out there listening. There's a quick shot. That goes wide. Loose puck is turned aside as Morasti had it trapped on the side of his net. Big hit now as a player hits the ice there. There's a whistle, but I think it was just for offside.
This game's got some real good pace today.
Yeah, it's moving along. Zane Sheldon was the guy that hit the ice there. He took the better of that one. But, yeah, it's high school hockey around here. This is a really good league, and typically Barry Lewis and his crew puts a good product on the ice. They're good year in, year out. They're a dominant force last year.
A lot of talent out here. You can tell. I mean, the talent for the kids these days. Their training is not like it was back with us. They're on the rink all the time, and if they're not, they're training and they're eating right, nutrition-wise.
Training wasn't a word when we were kids.
Yeah, no, it sure wasn't.
Thunder forced back into their zone, but the puck came out in the neutral zone. Now Sager turns it back, takes a look, looking for Valiette to force it out. Goes off a stick, and Valiette just overskated that one. Here's an opportunity now. Quick shot by Collette. That's turned aside. Now here's Sager. trying to poke it out there, up to the point. Wrister, that goes off the shin pad. Still room, though. Walking to the top of the circle. Forces it in. That goes wide. Battle along the half wall, just near the hash marks. Valiette trying to poke it loose. Now he falls down to one knee. And Morris trying to set things up here. There's a quick shot. That's blockered aside easily by Morasti. Up to the point now. Wrister on net. That goes off the corner of the crossbar. Now to play. Does it look like Maynard there had a good shot there? That was Zach, left defenseman for the Morris Mavericks.
You know, one of the things that I noticed while we're watching this game is, and this comes from the coaching, is the absolute solid, clean, well-executed, proper body checking so far. Nobody's really running around hammering guys. I mean, we had a nice hit here earlier, but it was clean. But if you're watching the technique of these players in the corners, shoulders are going in, they're not getting near the head, and they're not going crazy like we're used to seeing back in the old days.
Well, it became less about crunching a guy to actually making a hockey play, and you're seeing a lot more of that now, hockey going up. But it's also through a concerted effort on how the game's officiated. Nowadays, you know, they don't let a lot of that stuff go. Some may say it's called tight, but in the interest of player safety, you know, it's one of the things that's necessary now in the mandate of Hockey Canada.
Yeah, and what's funny too is, and I'm learning this as I go from town to town, city to city, is now with social media, all these guys that play on different teams are connected one way or another. So a lot of them, even though they're playing against each other, are friends. So that becomes a bigger, an all new respect for each other out there. They don't want to hurt their friends now, even though they may be opponents.
It's a smaller hockey world.
Exactly.
Quick shot on net. That goes wide and through a screen. Just pops out of the zone, so Hines will have to retreat back. Just over 6 minutes into first period action here. Live from the Access Event Center in Morden. Hines goes back below the goal line to play it. Forces over to the far side to his deep partner, Dick. Now trying to get it out. Still is Hines. He gets the feet moving now. Flips it up into the neutral zone. Clyde batted at it but missed. Now here's Morris with a bit of a rush. Heading towards the net and a tip just wide. Now into the corner. Morris has it. That's Clark. He falls to the ice as he's converged on by two Thunder players. Another wrist shot blockered aside. Morasti has to be sharp here now as Morris has piled on a few shots in the early going of the first period. Puck down low for the Thunder now as Morris resets behind their net. Up to the point, and Peters couldn't keep it in. So he'll skate it back out now. Eaton Worley with it. The big defender for the Thunder. Tried to flip it out. Missed his outlet, and now quick shot, and that goes off a leg. Now behind the net. Another quick shot. Loose puck. There's Dell behind the net. Now Worley tries to flip it up. Up to the point. Quick shot through his screen. Glove save. Morasti.
What a save right there. I was going to say earlier, you know, you got to have a perfect shot in these games. Now, these goaltenders are too technically skilled. Every single goaltender you go at every level, they're training and they're just skilled. You have to have a quick release. You got to put your puck exactly where you want it. You're not going to beat these guys. And that was my example right there. What a save.
Well, and to think at this pace and for Matty to fight that one off through a crowd is pretty cool. There's another shot easily legged aside by Morasti. Not sure how he saw that one. Now here's a turn out of the corner shot. Saved by Morasti. Loose puck. And he pounces on the rebound.
That boy right there is on fire. You're going to have to be perfect tonight to get it by him.
It's fun to watch. You know, for a kid that I've had the ability to watch the last few years, I've coached Matt. He's a phenomenal player, has an unbelievable, unmatched work ethic, great attitude around the rink, and it's really fun. Like, I've seen him stand on his head more than once.
Yeah, well, we're watching it again tonight. He's playing fantastic.
There's a face-off, one back by the Thunder, taken out now by Dick as he's got a white jersey draped over his back to go along with his red jersey. Now puck back for Sager. Delays, then takes a turn behind his own net. Quickly watched by Johnson. There's a puck outlet. Nice job to Dell as now the puck goes off the stick into the far corner. Icing is waved off. Puck along the near side wall. Now poking it up are the Mavericks. Here's Johnson over the blue line. Quick shot off the glove in the side of the net. Puck comes loose again, but Dick tries to clear it out. Cross ice pass looking for Sheldon, just missed as there is a change going on for Morris. Now taking over the blue line. Looking for a quick shot. That goes off the side of the net. Now digging it out from behind and taken away by Sager. Now to the point. Sent back in around by Maynard. Near side corner. That's Fillion in there. And now taken away by Sager. Out from behind his own net. Now a bump at the blue line creates an opportunity for... Nice hit there as Clyde ran into a wall, but he held on to the puck. Now glove down. With a long-range shot, Morasti holds on for the draw.
Sensational pace right now. This has been back and forth. The majority of the play right now, Morris is really holding them in there and pinning them in, and their goaltender's coming up big. Morden's going to have to do something here to get it into the offensive zone and get some shots generated.
Well, more so than the one and done. So far it's been a lot of zone pressure on one end. Here's a quick shot. That goes off of Clyde's skate. Backhander, loose puck in front. Saved by Morasti, but Morris scores. I believe that'll be Fillion, if I'm not mistaken. It gets the goal on that play. So Morris jumps out to a 1-0 lead. As we had said, the levy hadn't broken yet, and now Morris gets onto the scoreboard first. And that's Logan Fillion with the goal for the Mavericks.
It's a nice hard-working goal right there. They crashed the net right there, found the rebound, and were able to bang that home. That was a really nice play.
Nice to keep getting the puck to the net. You know, your goaltender can't be perfect every time, and
get it to the net. They always say, get the puck to the net, good things happen.
That's right. There's a reason we've heard it a million times in our lives. And now the thing, too, in this day and age, you get such a higher level of coaching and, like you said earlier, the attention to detail and all the other things that come along with it. It's not just a basic system. There's so many other nuances involved.
Well, and it's also the players' ability and wanting to learn and be pay attention to their coaching. The little things that they're going to be doing: offensive zone, defensive zone, neutral zone. 3 different zones, and you want them to be able to be sponges with their coaches and trust their coaches. And if they do that and they got good direction, good things are going to happen.
And that's just it, to go out there and execute. And on a night-to-night basis, as we were talking earlier with Coach Doug Schellenberg from the Morden Thunder, he says they came out strong the other night, and if they can repeat that type of performance, and tonight's game against a tough team like Morris should be something they can keep in stride with. So we'll see how that unfolds, but so far it's been mostly Morris. Although we don't have a shot tally yet tonight, I would say that Morris certainly carries the edge in that capacity as they win the face-off back. Now looking to take it out. Off a skate, now turned over in the offensive zone. Quick shot towards the net. That's steered wide. Another chance out front, blockered away by the netminder. Now to the point, Worley turns and fires and pokes it behind the net. After it is Sheldon. Now the puck banks off the wall, and Morris has a 3-on-2. 2-on-1 now, heading to the net. Quick centering shot, scores! Nice pass from the corner. And a nice goal to follow it up as French pots that one. Morris is ahead 2-0.
It was a wonderful 2-on-1, wonderful cross pass, perfectly put on the tape. He had to do nothing but just get it towards the net, and that was going in. There was no chance right there by the goaltender there. He did everything he could to come across, but that's goal scorer's goal right there.
And it was a 150-foot goal as the turnover was created at the blue line, and Morris quickly outnumbered the Morden jerseys on the way down and created a scoring chance and scored. So here we go. Let's see what the Thunder can do. The puck loose in the corner. After it goes Clyde. Checks his man, but the puck is loose. Morris has control. Near side wall, French turns around, looks for the lead pass. Finds his man. Now they try to get it deep. Aiden Peters collects it. Smooth skating defenseman for the Morden Thunder. Now looking to get it out. Sent rink wide as Keston Worley was looking for his man. Puck goes all the way down. Picked up there along the wall by McKay. Now looking to take it out and sent back towards the net off the inside of the blocker, and the puck came out into a dangerous area, but no harm, no foul as Morris dodged a bullet there. Now skating up the right side, looking for a man in the middle, turned aside by Peters. Peters, his escapability is maxed out as he steps by his man and still has the puck. Flips it in off the end wall, no Morden players to collect it, so Morris has a free pass for now, looking to get it up ice. Turned back now by Hines. Looking for an outlet, no one there, so Valiette turns it back in. Back around, stopped behind the net there by Holness. And now Morris will carry it out. Rink wide pass. Onto the stick there of Hicks. Hicks still with it. Now he falls down as Hines got in the way and defended nicely. Up to the point. There's a shot. Stopped by Morasti. Flip back out, and now Valiette clears it off his stick and down into the offensive zone. Turned away by McKay, looking for a D-to-D pass. Valiette presenting a bit of an issue up at the blue line. Now the puck comes back for Hines. Looking for Valiette. The puck is knocked off his stick and goes back low, so Hines will have to slow things down here as 2 men come in on the forecheck. Flipped off the glass, bouncing puck, knocked back in, so they'll have to turn back in and go for it. Clausen there had it, swiped it down the length of the ice. This will be going down for icing.
And Morden's going to have to try to figure out this Morris forecheck right now because they are really coming in strong. They're sending two guys hard to the puck every time, and Morden's really having a hard time figuring out how to get that puck either indirectly off the boards and get it out of the zone or not. But they're being pressured pretty hard, and they don't seem to have a lot of answers right now to get that puck out.
Well, and how hard would it be when you're pressured that much now as the puck goes back to the point, knocked out of the zone by Valiette and turned back in? But when you're under that much pressure all the time and you're not generating any chances, it's going to be hard to fight through that.
You're absolutely right. They're going to be second guessing almost and rushing their decision making instead of taking their time like they usually would under less duress. So they got to really be quick and on their thinking really quick on their feet here and making split second decisions and proper decisions. I mean, they can do it obviously, but when you're under that much duress, you know that stress is a bad thing for players when they're being pressured.
Well, in a game where usually it boils down to a war of attrition. Fatigue and all the other things. If you're under that much pressure and you're forced to have to make quick decisions, it just gets tougher and tougher as the game goes on.
Especially being pinned in your zone. You know how you see it every time in the NHL. Guys are pinned in the zone and they're exhausted and they just keep switching, and it's hard on them.
There's Clausen forcing it up ice. It's 1-on-2. Does a good job trying to prolong things, but Morris takes the puck and flips it back out. Played at center ice by Dick. He sends it back in deep. Playing it there is Gunderson. Still has it behind his net. Sends it up around the half wall. Hacked up to the point and a quick shot on net. That's gloved down. As the netminder fumbled it for a minute, but the whistle had blown. Brad Street had seen enough, so they'll face off just down and to the right of Holness.
Yeah, you almost can't blame him on that. He's only probably seen 2 or 3 quality shots, so any pucks coming to the net, he hasn't had a lot of action, so you can't blame him there for being a little bit not, I wouldn't say shaky, but a little bit. He hasn't seen enough pucks, right?
That's right. You want to see work as a goalie, and if you're not seeing very many quality chances, it's hard to remain sharp.
Exactly.
Well, Brody Clyde is in to take the draw. Won back by Morris and rung around the wall. Heading after it's Radek Morasti. He's bodied along the corner. Puck is still low in the Morden zone. Puck takes a funny bounce off the Zamboni door now as Clyde has it behind the net. Clyde tries to bring it out front, turns at the face-off circle. Weak backhander towards the net. Puck is loose, but the goaltender grabs it now as a crowd gathers, and the feisty Radek Morasti had some defending to do of his own.
Well, that's a little bit better there by Morden. Starting to get a little pressure in there, put a couple of guys hard to the net, get the puck to the net, crash the goaltender a little bit, and good things happen. So it looks like they're going to have a power play on this, and we'll see what happens here, see if they can get back in this game.
Well, it looks like they evened it up. So it'll be Keston
Yes,
Worley, and I believe that's McKay going off. So even up penalties. We'll have some 5-on-5 hockey, I'm sure, for now.
Probably the right call there. They were both giving it to each other a little bit there.
So swings on both sides for sure. Although it looks like Morris might be getting the extra one here. So indeed, Morden will be on the power play. Unless someone else heads off, but I do not see that happening. So indeed, Morden will enjoy a man advantage, and at this point of the game, it's much needed as they haven't generated anything at even strength.
Yeah, if they can pop one in here, it's a 2-1 game, and all the pressure that Morris has had on them kind of disappears. The momentum swings back in Morden's favor, and right back in the hockey game. So let's see what happens here.
They need to get one here, and we'll see what happens. They win the face-off back. Handled far side, Worley had it bounce off his stick and chases into the corner. Watch closely there by Thomas Maynard. Puck is loose. Quick shot, glove down by Holness, and he holds on.
Yeah, get pucks to the net there, have the guy crash the net, get a screen in front of him, and hope for one of those rebounds that drop down to his pads and bang one home. One of those garbage goals like we like to call.
Anything and everything right now for the Thunder. 6 minutes, 59 seconds left to play in the first period. 1 minute and 49 seconds left in the penalty. To Morris is Morden now trying to get something going as the puck's forced down low by Hines. Now turned into the corner. After it, there is Clyde. Into the corner, back for Worley. He'll turn and go after it. Worley playing the part of a forward right now on the power play. Now here's Clyde walking out to the top of the circle. Shot on net, deflected just wide as Worley got in front of the netminder. But the puck is taken and sent down the length of the ice. In on the forecheck is Tegan Fillion. He tangles up with Hines and will have to hustle to get back into position. Hines can wheel, making his way up. Nice move there in the center ice area. Hines still with it. Makes a move, passes it to himself. Nice play there by the defender from the Thunder. Worley shoots off the side of the post. Puck is still loose, but the referee blows the whistle. He lost sight of it.
Yeah, number 8 Hines there, really what a great skater. You can tell his stride is when he is fantastic. When he winds it up, gets past the blue line through the neutral zone and gets across their line. Defense better not be on their heels because he's going to go right around them.
Well, it's fun to see in this day and age, players have been given the green light a little bit more so they can showcase that type of skating ability, and Hines certainly has that. So now is Sager and Peters on the point. It looks like Ethan Dell in to take the draw. He's flanked by Clausen and Sheldon. Face off, one back by the Mavericks now as it's in the corner, slapped hard. See if Sager stops it at the point, tries to get it in, but that's intercepted and fired down towards Matt Morasti. Leaves it aside now for Peters. Peters looking up ice. The near side for Clausen. He'll have to give chase now as 39 seconds left in the power play. Ethan Dell forces it low. Missed Clausen, so near side. Sager picks it up, forces it down behind the net. After it goes Dell. Now behind the net. Out in front, quick shot, leg save. As Holness got a piece of it. Quick shot in front. Morden couldn't get it to go. Now Peters skates back as we're nearing even strength here with 15 seconds left on the man advantage. Peters now looking for Clyde. Clyde makes a move at his own blue line, gathers steam through the neutral zone. Clyde carries it down low into the corner, stops now looking for a man. Knocked aside but held in at the point by Dick. Shot deflected on the way to the net and now saved right on the goal line. Looked like Worley was poking away at it, but the whistle had gone, so...
Yeah, just keep getting shots to the net. Nice deflection there. Goaltender's playing great down at this end as well. Morris goaltender, technically great. You know, getting his pad. What a great save he made earlier on that one shot when he got his pad down, and that looked like it was labeled bottom right corner, and he just planted the leg down and stopped that and prevented that from going in. Great save, great play.
Well, Morden did a good job getting a few shots on the power play. We'll see if they can carry that momentum here for the remainder of the first period. Puck into the corner for Dell. Watched closely there by Maynard. Now carried out. Player moving up the middle. Nice play there by Dick as he delayed things, but there's a 2-on-1 shaping up. Centering try. That goes through the slot. No one home. Now Radek Morasti tried to get it out, but that's stolen away and forced up near the point. Taken away, and now up the right side for Morasti. Makes a move. He's got some room, but couldn't get to the puck in time. It's poke checked away by the netminder. Now taken up ice and flipped in deep. That's Fillion. Logan Fillion sends it into the corner. Bodying in the corner there was Sager now as he looks to take it up ice. Sager now with some speed through the neutral zone. Sager trying to make a power move towards the net, and that's easily sticked aside. Looks like the net's loose, and there will be a break in play.
Morden's got some great rushing defensemen. They both guys, number 7, number 8, both guys are not afraid to take the puck up and create opportunities going up there. Forwards are following in. They get a shot on goal and looking for that shot and get that rebound. But great transition from their own zone, and like you said earlier, allowing those guys to have a little bit of freedom to be creative is wonderful. Wonderful to see.
Makes a big difference when the guys have a little more room, and it seems like Morden's kind of coming into their own a little bit here as Morris carried the play, and now Morris tries to carry it out of the zone. Right through the neutral zone, picked up there by Sager. Now turned aside and banged back in. Here's Sager with it. Sending it rink wide, near side to Peters. Banking it off the wall. Now Dell looking for his man. That's turned aside. That was Sheldon. Now forced back in. Puck comes out. Morris looking to take it back in, but it's right onto the stick of Sager. Up to the near side or far side wall. That's hit high over the top of the crossbar. Morris still set up as the puck makes its way to the point. Shot on net. That's sent out into the slot harmlessly as Morden collects it. Now looking to take things through the neutral zone. Gunderson now looking to send it deep. He does. Peters is the first man to it. Bodied off the puck now as Morris. Seemed to gain a little bit of momentum back in the game here as they carried the play early on in the game. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first period. They lead 2-0. Quick shot on net. That goes through a maze of legs and wide as it hit a skate right in front of the Morden net. There's French battling for it behind the net. Looking to take it out, but it's stuck in a massive skates. Now one handing it around to the top of the circle. Nice play there. And a quick shot. That goes into some skates, and there will be a holding call here going against Morden, who will have to now try to kill off 2 minutes.
It was going to be hard for him to get away with that one. That stick and hand were right around the neck, and the referee was looking right at it. So
Made it pretty easy.
As much as he tried to hide and disguise that, that was a no-go on that one.
So face off down into the right of Morasti. It was Hines. It was assessed to 2 minutes for holding. Now the face off is one back. Worley tied up. Puck below the goal line. Now stepped along the near side corner. That's Clark. Up to the point now. Clark with it again. Down at the hash marks. Turning it into the corner. That's Schrader. Now to the point. Back down to Clark. No, Schrader, pardon me. Now Clark has it. Makes a move. That's poked off his stick. Nice penalty killing there by Brody Clyde, as he knocked it off the player's stick and kills off some valuable time. Here in this short-handed position the Morden Thunder find themselves in. Now taken up ice onto the stick of Clark. Clark, one man to beat, makes a power move towards the net, shoots, and a great save by Morasti as he holds on and a crowd gathers in the blue paint.
That's identifying the defenseman who was on his heels there, and the captain of the Morris team just went right around him, and goaltender made another great save. Morasti with another big one.
Morasti's been good all for that one or a couple of goals, but you really can't fault him for those ones. Morris has carried the onslaught here all the way through the first period.
Yeah, I mean, he's been under attack for most of the period, and, if not without him.
There's a loose puck in front. They score again now. Looked like Tegan Fillion got the puck in the slot and flipped it over. That'll end the power play, but Morden now down by a score of 3-0 as the Mavericks capitalized on their power play. Morden's looking, hopefully maybe they can change their tide here a little bit heading into the end of the first period, but they're in tough being down 3-0, especially after the only power they've generated this period was when they were on the man advantage.
Well, and Morasti's been under siege over there. I mean, literally, yes, it's 3-0 right now, but it could be 6 or 7 without him back there. And so, 3-0 right now, it may seem like a big score, but without him back there, could be a lot bigger. So, Morden's still in this game. They just got to get one here right now, early in the second period, get one, make it 3-1, right back in the game.
It's amazing what a little bit of work can do as the whistle is blown. I believe it was icing. It'll be against Morris, so the face-off will come all the way down into the Morris zone. Morris seems to generate, from their end all the way out. It doesn't seem to matter where the puck is. They can seem to find a way.
They got a great breakout. They got 2 or 3 different breakouts that they're using. They're sending guys. They're fast. They're a quick team, and they're able to get the puck out in transition quickly, and from that turns into good things.
Well, see, Morden gets a quick shot. That goes through the slot and wide now. Collected on the near far side by Clausen. Now looking to take it up ice here. It's Fillion. Dangles over the blue line. Quick shot handled down by Morasti. As I believe that was Johnson that took a poke at it. Clausen did not like that, but either way, it looks like a wholesale change on Morris's side. Morden will have to take the puck deep into their own zone here with a minute 22 left in the first period.
Yeah, you just witnessed that again coming out of their zone. He had 2 options, one going down the half wall and the other one breaking in the middle. He hit him in stride, and then you saw what happened there.
Puck to the near side, point of the blue line, sent down low. Worley battles after it. He's bodied there by Collette. Dick looking for his defensive partner Worley, and that went off a skate of Collette as he turned it back in. Now the Morden managed to clear the zone. Sheldon and Clausen race after it, but it's quickly turned aside by Morris. Here comes Johnson up the left side, or pardon me. That's Collette again. Now into the far side corner, bodied up along the wall is Clausen. Taking it away now is Sheldon. Goes through some legs. The puck comes back into the neutral zone, and Morris will force it back in. Stopped short by Worley. Down to 35 seconds in the first period. Here goes Hines. Looking to create one last opportunity. Quick shot off the glove and wide. The puck bounced off the end wall and just almost back out in front. Now Aiden Peters collects it at his own blue line. Chips it off the wall. Off a leg now as Morris has it. Maybe they'll get one more chance at a rush up ice. Calling for it, there is Clark. Looking for a lane. Tried to step by Peters. Didn't work. Now forced out into the middle as the last few seconds tick off the clock. 3, 2, and 1. And Morris will go into the second period with a 3-goal lead, scoring one on the power play. Morden developing a few chances on their own power play, but couldn't get one in the back of the net.
Yeah, Morris really had a good period there in the offensive zone. They played great in the defensive zone. Their goaltender stood in there tall, made those saves he had to make. And on the other side of it, Morasti, without him over there, I think this deficit would be a lot more than 3. And he's enabled their team to have at least a chance to get back in this game. You know, it's quick bounce here, quick bounce there, 3-1, 3-2 game, and these guys get right back in it. So I think you're looking forward to a really good second period coming up here.
Well, here we hope so. And I should mention that tonight's game is brought to you by Tovey Hockey. Michael Hunt's been joining me all night. We've been talking hockey sticks, and it's been really nice having you here calling the game with me. I much appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I really appreciate having the opportunity to be here. And one thing I would mention, I don't think I mentioned it, but if anybody wants to learn more about the products, they can go to toveyhockey.com. Certainly they can find me, Michael Hunt, on Facebook. I'm always on there. I'm doing a Canadian tour right now with taking the Tovey stick. I was just in Lake Louise a few weeks ago. I was in Toronto, and every spot along the way we're getting some great photos and with the Tovey hockey stick, and we're presenting it to different people around the country so they can look at it and get different opinions and different eyes on the product. So it's been fantastic. And then obviously coming here tonight, and I try to explain Western Canada and the small barns and small rinks around the country to people that live in the States. I lived in Boston for 17 years, so try to explain a town of maybe 3,000 people with a hockey rink, a gas station, and a hotel, and that's basically the extent of what you have, and a subway. As that always goes, it's always the same. But you come in, the rink is always the community place where everybody gathers, and the local team, whether it's a high school team or the kids' teams or the junior team, this is a place where everybody hangs out, and it's been a staple for our country and our way of life. So to be able to go around the country and having our products is great, but to be able to go and talk to all the families and players, and then obviously hang out with you for a bit, and obviously Glenn, and the great thing that you guys do, bringing this great game to everybody around the province. It's just a great outlet, and I really enjoyed it, and I really had a great time being with you here for the first period tonight.
Well, is that one question I should ask? Is that part of your strategy moving forward? Is from the grassroots side of things? I mean, as a layman, or maybe the people out there, maybe as far as your marketing goes, if you can get the grassroots going, I guess that helps you in the market quicker than obviously the pro side would help?
The pro side would always help. Obviously, having the exposure of the National Hockey League would be great, and we are working on that, as I mentioned. But you're exactly right. Our marketing and our strategy is, and it's the only way to do really anything if you think about it, is grassroots marketing. It's getting to the players, the end users, not just the big cities, not just a commercial on TV where you can look at it and say, buy this product because we say it's great. You've actually got to bring, like I've done today, 4 or 5 hockey sticks, present it to the kids, tell them about the technology, allow them to use it, let them touch it, smell it, feel it, so they have an idea of what it's about. Nobody knows. Kids don't know what. They're getting a lot smarter because you can YouTube and you can go on all these different social media outlets and find out about things. And kids are a lot more in tune to it, especially the ones that are deeply involved in the sport. But for the most part, they don't have any idea where they're made, how they're made, what's involved in making them, and why they work the way they do. So when you can go and set up a corporate booth like we do at a lot of facilities, where we'll set up a TV and we'll have different players, like different guys like Pavel Barber, who did an 11-minute video showing the technology and what he thought of it and the different ways it can be used, and all these other guys, and just showing them how the product is used, they get an idea of what it can be and how it's used. So when we set up our booth, they can come to the booth, they can watch a video, they can grab onto the stick, they can see the different styles of sticks, curves. You can explain to them about kick points, about a low kick point, about a mid kick point, because nobody knows what that is. Oh, hey, thanks, coach, mid kick point, and he walks away. I don't know what the heck that means. Flex. Should a 200-pounder be using a 75 flex? Well, Line 6'4", 6'5", 200 and change. He doesn't use a 95 flex. Nope. He uses a low flex, and that's why you shot. So right. It's just a matter of getting the right products and the right technology into the players' hands. Go to all small towns. Go to the big markets, small markets. Go to the small rinks. Go to the big rinks. Go to community centers. Go to tournaments. Anywhere and everywhere where there are players and families, so that we can discuss what the products are. I mean, the great thing about Tovey too is a lot of people say, well, you buy a hockey stick and it's a 30-day warranty on breakage. Every hockey stick on the market, if you break your stick within 30 days, you get to send it back to the company and you get a new stick, and that's great. On day 31, if you break your stick, you're done. So I'll give you an example. I had a mom talking to me today. She goes, yeah, they had a great sale on hockey sticks at one of the stores for half price, so I bought 4 sticks in August. Well, my son didn't start playing hockey till September, and he broke his stick September on the third shift. I've got no recourse. I have no recourse to replace that hockey stick at $200 or $300 or whatever the insane amount of money that sticks go for. Like they just do. And I said, well, here's the great thing about Tovey Hockey is not only do we have the most comprehensive warranty on the market, but in the first 30 days, if for whatever reason you don't like the product, you can take it back for a full money-back guarantee, not a breakage. And oh, by the way, if your stick breaks, we give you 90 days. So please buy our stick in August. We know it's not going to break. I mean, it may break. I mean, you can't help with shafts, you get a slash. But if in the event it does, isn't it great to have the peace of mind knowing that you've got half a hockey season to return that product, to get a brand new one in case something happens, like the unthinkable happens, like you do break it? So not only is the best performing stick, it's also pretty cool looking too, but it's also got the best warranty. And that for us is almost more important because it's so expensive. You think about single moms, single dads, 1 kid, 2 kid, however many kids in the family, to travel the expensive sports. Okay? It'd be great if we could all play soccer for $25 for a half season, but unfortunately we're Canada and it snows 8 months of the year, and we're a hockey bred nation. Yeah. So we play hockey. And unfortunately, you can't use wooden sticks usually very much anymore just because of the way the game's played. So you got to buy expensive products. Wouldn't it be nice to know that they work, number one, they're performing to where you need them to perform, and a company's got your back if something goes wrong. And that's what we do, and that's what we're proud of. And that's why we're making such a splash with everybody about our products, and we're very excited about that. So, yeah, the grassroots marketing, we are all in for that. That's what I do. I go around the nation and around Canada and the United States, and I do that. I grassroots the marketing like crazy, talking to people and showing them the product. Because if you can't touch it and smell it and feel it, how does anybody ever expect you to want to use it?
How are you going to make an impact? And the cool thing that from my standpoint, from tonight, everything that I've seen, I'm a bit of a newcomer to it. I visited your website, I've seen the product, and I've listened to you talk about it. It's really cool from my standpoint, being around hockey for as long as I have, to see something new and fresh, and to see you bring this to the market and see people's reaction has been cool for me. So thank you for joining me. It's been much of a pleasure, and I'm sure, Mike, we'll see you around the rink in the near future.
I really appreciate having the opportunity to come out here, and obviously it was actually really fun for me to be a color guy with you. Like you're proxy color guy by default, because I was up here and we'll have a conversation about some stuff. But it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate being able to talk about the products. And our big thing is just getting word out and having people try it. We just want people to try it. I'll put a stick in anybody's hand to try. So. Cool.
Okay, well, we'll wrap it up. Thank you for joining me, and all the best in the future, Mike.
You bet, bud. Thanks,
man.
Happy New Year.